Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and greetings. This is a presentation video from our group, which consists of 3 presentation experts. The first is Muhammad Luqman Hakim bin Hamdan, the second is Muhammad Faiz bin Zailan, and the last one is from me, Nik Muhammad Mumtazi bin Ahmad Kamil. So in order not to waste time, let's all watch the presentation from our group. Let's go!
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Faiz bin Machang. Today I'm going to talk about compensation and benefits. What is compensation and benefits? Let me explain one by one. Compensation means by the wages and also the salaries people get when they are doing the jobs. Meanwhile, the benefits was the health insurance, vacation time, and the pension plans. Both of these things are important because this can make talented employees attract and retain to our company. Like people say, better compensation and benefits, more better the performance and the retention. Employees nowadays are constantly looking to migrate to companies with better salary, structure, compensation, and other advantages like health insurance. And as a result, companies with superior compensation and benefits programs are on the edge of taking your employees online. Resources like Glassdoor make it simple to find out about the words. Environment and benefit offered by the employees. Online ratings of the business reflect every situation encountered by employees. Most of
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Luqman Hakim bin Hamdan. And then to continue to the presentation, I will highlight on how the issue affect employees of salary and bonus. In some consumption, reduce in wage may be justified, especially if it is the only option to prevent layoff. The salary cuts are drastic measure that should be reserved for the last option after all other cost-cutting measure has been exhausted. This has a big impact of employee, especially employees who have family, because they need enough money to support their family. As we know that during COVID-19 pandemic, workers were cut 50% of their salary, and this has brought many bad effects in which many people committed suicide and also experienced extreme stress problem. In addition, layoffs are also a big issue because almost 60% Malaysian are laid off, which is because the company cannot pay salary or the company has gone bankrupt. Therefore, many workers do not have sources of income, and it somewhat makes them experience life stress.
how the issue affect organizations. Working from home during COVID-19 require a lot of high degree of flexibility between employer and also employee, as well as a certain amount of volunteering during the pandemics. Many businesses have not been able to realize their full potential that they had previously implemented. This is because many firms experience financial loss, which they do not have the means to replace them. Because of this, the company has decided to cut out the employee wages to finance the company expenses in the face of the COVID-19 outbreaks. This is because even in a pandemic, they need to pay for the necessary equipment. Therefore, due to the lack of labor during the epidemic, workers had to spend overtime in works. This is because the company took the initiative to reduce the number of employees in the company to reduce the cost. Because of this, many companies has chosen to reduce employee benefit, including medical costs and also unpaid leave. The lack of material and financial resource, as well as not fitting into organization AI structure of the office. Some of the difficult, this is because employees who work from the home must pay things like the expensive internet data, need to support the work system, and expenses to provide the suitable workspace with things like desks and also a chair.
To continue what Faizal said a while ago, nowadays we can see that people are more inclined to choose job which a government because they are aware that this industry offer greatest advantage than those provided by private company. They think that the public sector does not have the risk of job loss if there are economic problem like the private sector is currently facing. In addition, society often hears news report about abuse of workers' rights and work pressure that mostly exists in our country. Therefore, along the problem of unequal salary rate among some firms, this also makes many venture into the public sector. All benefit will be provided including other advantages such as EPF, bank loan facility and many more. So, this provided encouragement of them to venture into the public sector rather than the private sector. Therefore, the lack of compensation and benefit this causes the local community to be less interested in filling vacancy in some organisation, and this lead to opening of the job opportunity for foreigners to work in this country. This is also because of the limited job vacancy were what they work hard to study for several years, and then suddenly a job does not match with what they learn. Definitely some of them were against.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nik Muhammad Mumtazi bin Ahmad Kamil. This is my part to explain how to solve the problem of right and compensation for worker. In order not to waste my time, the first point displayed in this slide is to involve how the company needs to do in compensation right, that is to involve compensation planning. It's a strategy, long-term approach to attract, retain and reward employees, all taking into account the goals, your company and finance. Even a well thought out compensation planning include the organization salary, shame bonus structure and when your team can get a rise. This is because every organization must develop a long-term strategy to attract, retain and reward its employee, at the same time considering current financial objective and the COVID-19 environment. Additionally, it has been widely proven that depend on the company, employees must get their entire salary during the MCO and extended period. Due to difficulties in the labor market, company may be forced to offer worker higher wages immediately. So, our first point is finished. So that second point is about the Industrial Harmony Agreement or Code between the Ministry of Human Research and the Council of Malaysian Employees Organizations. This refers to how the most typical rule in a company is the Code of Conduct. The policy outline the company's value, norms and moral and ethical requirements that employees and outside party must uphold when interacting with the for business. The code mandates that before implementing a pay cut, the policy lays out the company's moral and ethical principles, standard and expectation that employee and third party hold as the interact with the organization. According to the code, employers are encouraged to hold discussion with their employee in advance to clarify the company financial position if they resort to wages cuts. So the last point is to involve a compensation consultant. It may be a good idea to hire a compensation consultant if you don't have a dedicated compensation and a benefit department. Compensation consultant can support your organization by setting salary and pay card for new positions, collecting benchmark data and salary and recommended bonus structure. This will be especially helpful if you have a specific job where you can get quick a bit of information online. However, there are many companies and individual freelancer who offer consultant. So make sure they have specific experience in your industry. Overall, the three elements for a solution are good to solve when a company has problem with right and worker compensations. This is because ignoring compensation problem in a company organization can have a significant impact on employees, productivity, and overall profitability. Not only can the company get into legal trouble for not giving equal pay for equal work, but the employee may have a large turnover if there are other, more attractive offer elsewhere. Therefore, to keep employees happy, company must to take step the identity compensation issue in your organization and correct them. So that's all for our group. Thank you.